Hey, hey, hey. I hope you guys enjoy these, what I'm calling podcast shorts for my Burnout to All Out community. This is just a little peek behind the curtain of the coaching that goes on inside of my programs. We're bringing to you some of the best nuggets and coaching I'm giving within hot seats of all of our different programs, whether it's our LinkedIn Method Academy, our mini mastermind business basics, all the way up to our higher level mastermind. If you're hearing some of these questions and you're like, man, I wish I could get my burning question answered by Melissa. Hey, guess what? You could be featured on my podcast. If you've got a question that you want answered and you submit it to my team and we pick it, we will bring you here to the podcast for our podcast shorts and do a hot seat with you. Where can you submit your questions? Send them to teamburnout2allout.co. We'll make sure we drop that in the show notes for our podcast shorts. And I hope that you guys find as much value in these shorts as our clients do inside the program. Need some effective tactical advice that actually helps you get results and makes a real difference in your life and business? You've come to the right place. If you're finding yourself here today, it means you're getting ready to gain serious traction in your business, rapidly multiply your income and impact, and you're ready to make it happen while living all out. Guys, I'm Melissa Hinault, your trustworthy corporate dropout turned six-figure business burnout turned happy and healthy CEO of a multi-million-dollar online business. And you're listening to the Burnout to All Out podcast. On this show, we're serving up innovative growth strategies, simple implementation methods to put them into practice, and action-stimulating inspiration tailored specifically for the modern entrepreneur. Let's dive in. Melissa James says, to what extent does it make sense to post content around offers and businesses you want to build in the future, 1 to 3 years away, in order to build a warm up audience in those areas? So smart. I'm not sure what rules of thumb apply here. Okay. I love this question. And I'll give you 2 real world examples. I think you're brilliant to do this. And I would start folding it in as soon as you know it's something you're going to do in the future, because it just becomes part of your snowflake, if you will. Like when you think about the content that we build out, it just makes you multidimensional and it starts to create the runway for the future. So I'll give you 2 examples for me. Last year, I knew in my soul that I wanted to bring something to market this year that focused on how bodies build businesses, and that I wanted to create a program that didn't teach business strategy at all, but that taught energetics that would grow your business. That a lot of what holds people back is not strategy. It's what's between their 2 ears, how they manage stress, how they manage and are resilient. And it was my own personal journey and learning a lot of different nervous system regulation processes and spiritual journey and like the whole 9. I knew last year I wanted to bring something to market this year, but I had no idea what it was going to look like. So I just started sharing intuitively on social about it. And then on my flight home from Bali in August of last year, on my 14-hour flight, the whole thing came to me and I birthed it. Like literally, it wasn't a 14-hour flight. It took me 26 hours to get home, but it was one 14-hour flight where I created the whole program. That was August. And then I sold it in October and November. And I have a whole cohort of like 50 people in the program right now. But if I hadn't created brand awareness prior, I would have had to do it for a while first. So case in point number 2 is our build, grow, scale. We're going to the market in 3 weeks for the first time ever. Like we have an internal ascension model where we teach business strategy and business coaching. And we've done that for 4 years within my company, Burnout to All Out. We've never marketed it to the public ever. And I've had this tug for the last year to evolve my brand to not just being a lead gen expert, but being a online business expert. And so up until this past year, like everybody called me the LinkedIn girl, like the LinkedIn guru, the LinkedIn lead gen girl. Like even my mastermind I've been in the last 2 years, the first 2 years, everybody knew me as the LinkedIn expert. But I've made a really conscious effort this past year in my content each week to be bringing business tips, strategy around building, scaling, and growing a business to showcase my expertise that I'm not just an expert in lead generation. I'm an expert in scaling businesses. In 3 weeks, we're going to host our very first to the market, public masterclass. And if I hadn't done all the groundwork over the past year, I don't even know where we're going to land. I don't know how people are going to register. You guys are going to watch me trying something new, just like the rest of you. If you feel like you're screaming into the void when you post content on Facebook or Instagram, struggling to find a sustainable and scalable lead generation process that sticks, and you just want someone who's been there and done that to reveal their secrets, then it's critical that you register to save your spot ASAP. During this live masterclass, you'll get to steal the exact strategy I used to scale my income from $0 to 1 million in just 19 months without spending a fortune on ads or suffering from burnout. Simply check out the show notes of the podcast episode for the link to register for your free spot in the LinkedIn Lead Gen Masterclass. And don't worry, even if you miss a couple of days or you can't make it to all the training sessions, we'll deliver the replays directly into your inbox daily so you can watch them on your own time. All you have to do is make sure you sign up for the masterclass before registration ends. I had the foresight to start the branding story way before I ever started to sell it. So you should. It's the best place to be. Then you're not a hot mess, just flipping, Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks. I kind of think of it as layers of branding. Mm-hmm. There's a personal brand, but then there's a business brand. And within that, there's I don't know if you call them sub-brands or.
Well, what I was going to say is it's all of the above. I think a better visual, I need to go back and rework the content pillars instead of calling them pillars, because pillars make it sound like they're separate. I really want you guys thinking about hub and spoke. And the hub is all of your offers. This is the end all be all. For me, this is burnout to all out. Anything under burnout to all out, right? It's whether it's my modern entrepreneur, my business coaching, lead gen, or my mastermind. All of those are right here. And then the spokes lead you to it. One spoke could be my business coaching. Some people came into Lead Gen Academy because they saw how successful I am running my business, but they need to start with Lead Gen before they go into the business coaching. But all these spokes still bring you. Some people came because it's she's a mom with 3 kids. That doesn't necessarily have to do with business strategy or Lead Gen Academy, but there's that layer of connection in my snowflake. And maybe you have a couple of kids and maybe you're I want to be mentored by someone who's living in the world that I'm living in. That's all these spokes bring us to the offers. Whether it's your personal brand, whether it's expertise in the business. Make sense? Thanks, guys, so much for listening in on today's podcast episode. And I can't wait for you to see my upcoming guest in the next episode. You are going to love this keynote speaker. Hey, here's the deal. If you liked this, please subscribe and leave a review. And you want the latest online business growth strategies and exclusive LinkedIn pro tips sent straight to your phone? Text the word update to 704-318-2285. That is, text the word update to 704-318-2285. Can't wait to see you guys. Come find me over on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you like to hang. I cannot wait to hear how you are enjoying and applying what you're learning. You guys reach out to me over on social because I love hearing what's resonating with you. When you reach out to me and you send me those personal DMs, they really do impact the content I continue to bring forward to you. So again, come find me, Melissa_Hinault over on Instagram, Melissa Hinault over on LinkedIn and Facebook. Can't wait to see you guys over there.